Down the back, 10 Dynasty leads now. Monet's Talent is running second, followed on the inside by Rising Venue. Rum's Legend between runners. Silk Wahini 3 wide on the outside. Getting back behind those, Just a Millions, followed further back than Oriata. A break behind those then, Breezette as they race down the back, followed by Nurse Grace. And Wild Rhapsody is second last, and Chart Buster at the tail of the field. In the back stretch as they race down towards the 800. And 10 Dynasty leads a length and 3/4 in front of Monet's Talent. Rising Venue third on the inside. Silk Wahini running fourth. A further break in the field then as they race up towards the turn. Rum's Legend, then Just a Millions on the outside, further back to Oriata centre field, then Nurse Grace followed further back in the field, Breezette and Chart Buster, and Wild Rhapsody's along last up towards the turn. They've got about 500 to go, and 10 Dynasty is the leader. Monet's Talent looming up on the outside and doing it well. In behind those, Silk Wahini followed by Just a Million, and the next one was Nurse Grace followed by Oriata, and Chart Buster in the straight racing down towards the 300, and Mark de Montfort and Monet's Talent are swept to the lead. 10 Dynasty battling on, followed by Nurse Grace running on, and Just a Million's down towards the inside, but it's Monet's Talent, the leader, taken on by Nurse Grace. Nurse Grace on the outside, hit the lead near the line, and Nurse Grace on the line has beaten Monet's Talent. I think Oriata third, just in front of Just a Millions, followed further back in the field, Chart Buster, then 10 Dynasty, Rum's Legend, Breezette well back, followed by Silk Wahini and Wild Rhapsody, and pulling up very quickly across the line at the tail of the field, back there towards the tail.
7 Nurse Grace, 4, 10 and 190, 2 Monet's Talent 190 and 3 Oriata 190. Now they are starting to move in for the running of the Group 1 Lightning Stakes, and we've had a delay here of some 8 minutes given the mishap in the mounting yard involving Natois and Jim Cassidy, the new rider aboard, of course, Eddie Cassar. A short time ago they had some trouble loading Scandinavia into the barriers, but it seems they have got her in now, and she's at $10 on the win tote. Show No Emotion continues to ease out to $5.30 now, but continued support for the new favourite, number 13, Iska, currently at $2.80 now on the win tote. Theatre $6.90, and the others at bigger odds. There goes Theatre into the barriers now. And before we cross to Greg Miles for his call of this Group 1 event, here's a quick update for you on the 4th at the Sunshine Coast. Air of Mystique.
Racing, Iska bounced quickly with Blaze the Turf and a point over on the inside. Theatre away fast, and Toledo tucking in behind them, followed by Zetavite. Here Natois hit the rail on the outside in front now, settling from Masked Party. Show No Emotion travelling forward there on the outside rail from Scandinavia. Further back was Al Mansour when they settled down from El Murata at the 700 metre mark, and Iska over on the flat side, a clear leader. Moved out 2 lengths in front of Toledo. A length Blaze the Turf, a length further back Theatre. They're followed by a point, 1.5 last of all is Zetavite. Onto the course proper, and Iska out 2.5 in front from Toledo. 2 lengths Blaze the Turf under pressure. They're followed further back in the race by El Murata, and then came a point down the outside rail here. Natois in front, but under a lot of pressure. Show No Emotion struggling, and Al Mansour has raced through in the middle. On the outside, it's Al Mansour hitting the front. Scandinavia out late. Iska in front over on the flat side. A length in front. Toledo after it. Iska, the 3-year-old filly, does too well. Iska just over a length to Toledo. 2 away third might be El Murata or Scandinavia, the outside fence. Then Theatre from Al Mansour. A gap on the race to the inside, Blaze the Turf from a point. Then came Zetavite, back to the outside. Show No Emotion knocked up badly, followed by Masked Party and Natois near the tail.
And number 13, Iska, to pay $3.160, 1 Toledo $2.80, 10 Scandinavia at $3.10, or 6 El Murata $7.30.
On the Super Tab, 13 Iska, 280, 140, 1 Toledo, 290, 10 Scandinavia, prominent for third, 310.
Second Toledo sat out after this leader, and the judge calling on the print, El Murata on the flat side and Scandinavia the grandstand rail. Opposite sides of the track for the third placing, El Murata or Scandinavia.
7, 4, 13 treble, $201.60.
With no cover whatsoever. And she showed tremendous speed. This is the race she'd been earmarked. Number 10 gets third. Scandinavia, the outside fence. Number 10. And it's 13, 1 and 10. Fourth in is number 6, and that's El Murata back on the inside. But a dazzling display by this 3-year-old filly who has been rated one of the best. And she certainly showed it today. She held Toledo at bay to beat it about a length and a quarter.
as they move in quickly at Sunshine Coast. 13 Iska, 3 even and 160. 1 Toledo, 280. 10 Scandinavia, 310.
Welcome back to Sky Race Day. They are pictures live from Queanbeyan, and it looks to be a terrific crowd out there enjoying the afternoon of racing this Sunday afternoon, and what a busy afternoon it's been. We've got some official dividends to clear on the 6th at Terang. 1 Peninsula, $8.70 and $2. Thames, $3.20. Awesome Rule, $1.30. 68.10 for the Quinella, and the Trifecta, 1, 8 and 2, $717 even. Let's look ahead now to the 6th at Flemington. It's a 3-year-old open handicap, over 2,000 metres, and the favourite, odds on, is number 2, Gallopini, from the David Hall stable at Flemington. Gallopini's won his last 2 on the trot, and last up winner at Flemington, in fact, by just over 2 lengths. Prior to that,
Off and running now. Oh Joy on the inside, and Gallopini and Midnight Sun began okay. Mr. Classical dropped out to last, and Whoopie Ride back second last. Zealy Lad in front, Chemical Brother travelling up second in the early point. They're followed by Thunderbird around the outside of Venuto. Gallopini getting up to be about 4th or 5th on the inside of Midnight Sun. Randy's Rancher is tracking out deep, further back than Oh Joy. Gothic Empire followed further back in the race by Whoopie Ride, and last of all Mr. Classical. Randy's Rancher is trapped very deep going around the outside where Zealy Lad's in front. Randy's Rancher going up second, a length further back Thunderbird. They drop the speed. Over on the inside is Gallopini. Chemical Brother, and very deep is Venuto on the outside, a length further back Midnight Sun. Gothic Empire from Oh Joy just tucked behind them, a length further back in the race Whoopie Ride, and last of all Mr. Classical as Chemical Brother pulls its way to the lead. Chemical Brother at Chiquita Lodge took up the running and moved 2 lengths in front of Zealy Lad. 3 lengths to Randy's Rancher, a length further back in the race then is Veludo on the outside there at Gallopini. Then Thunderbird the middle, a length further back Midnight Sun, 1.5 Oh Joy. Further back Whoopie Ride from Gothic Empire, and 2 to Mr. Classical. At the 850 metre mark, Chemical Brother about a half Zealy Lad. 3 further back Randy's Rancher. Gallopini getting a nice run on the inside. They're followed by Veludo 5th, but out 3 deep, a length and a half Midnight Sun. Inside at Thunderbird, they're 3 lengths to Whoopie Ride. Then Oh Joy, and well back Gothic Empire and Mr. Classical last of all. Chemical Brother in front at the 600 metre mark from Zealy Lad on the outside of it. A length and a half further back Randy's Rancher hard at it. Gallopini back inside it. They're followed further back by Thunderbird coming around the turn at the 500 metre mark. Chemical Brother, 3/4 Zealy Lad, and Gallopini's gone in behind. About 2 to Randy's Rancher, and further back in the race then came Veludo and Midnight Sun at the 300. Chemical Brother over 2 lengths in front from Zealy Lad, struggling from Gallopini now coming away from the fence. Chemical Brother in front. Gallopini has loomed to it now. He's pretty green, Gallopini, but he's taken the lead from Chemical Brother. Then Zealy Lad, and further back Randy's Rancher, but Gallopini makes it 3 on the trot. Kept going by Oliver, wins 3/4. Chemical Brother, 2 to Zealy Lad 3rd. A gap then Whoopie Ride, Midnight Sun, Veludo, Randy's Rancher from Oh Joy. Further back Mr. Classical, Thunderbird and Gothic Empire last of all.
Set Queanbeyan, 2 Gallopini, 2 even 130.
Queanbeyan.
Was a bit slow to move. All in Navy down towards the inside, got the best of it from Red Hot Rookie, followed by Go Radar. Easing back behind that group was Foreign Acclaim, followed by our Lino, then our Molokai. Rada's next on the inside of Capital Call, followed by Proud Volunteer. And last of all was St. Beethoven on, settling down as they race towards the back. 1,300 to go on the grey. Go Radar is the leader, about a length and a half in front of Foreign Acclaim, followed by Red Hot Rookie. Getting a good run on the inside was All in Navy, further back to Olino. A half a length behind those as they raced down the back was our Molokai. A length then Rad, further back in the field, Capital Call, followed by Proud Volunteer. And St. Beethoven's on the outside. In the back stretch, they've got about 900 to go. Little change in the order. Go Radar with the mouth open is the leader, a half a length in front of Foreign Acclaim. All in Navy getting a soft run on the inside. Gaining ground around the field was Olino. Back behind those, Red Hot Rookie, followed by a Molokai going up wide. A further break behind those as they leave the back and race up the side. Down on the inside was Rad, and further back behind those, Capital Call. And the last pair, back at the tail of the field, St. Beethoven and Proud Volunteer, racing up towards the turn, 500 to go. And Olino moved up on the outside of Go Radar. Now getting a run on the inside of those and switching out now. All in Navy's running on. And further back behind those, our Molokai putting in a run. And Capital Call is the widest runner. Foreign Acclaim is next. And then Red Hot Rookie at the 200 though. And Go Radar is taken on by All in Navy. Olino's battling away, and our Molokai down the outside. Here's a big finish. Olino driven to the lead near the line. On the the outside, our Molokai, but it's Olino. Olino has beaten our Molokai. A good go for third, out wide Capital Call or Go Radar. Close up there, all in navy, followed by Red Hot Rookie, then Foreign Acclaim. A further break in the field, then St Bake Oven, followed by Rad, and the last one to pull up was Proud Volunteer.
It's flashing at the Sunshine Coast. Here's Paul Dolan.
A field of 6, they're off. And Sea Runner near the inside began well and has gone to the lead from Total Destruction, followed by Jumqua, who's coming out of the pack.
Market, Danlars at $11, Rose of War $2.40, Follow Gold $22, Visual Displays $10.18, Northern Song, Lady Elsie $8.70, big odds about 7, 8 and 9 there. Checking some of the others, well, these three aren't in the market, but 16 Natural Bell is at $6.10. We're only a minute away from start time, the Coolmore Vanity, and Greg Miles is keen on the chances of number 2, Rose of War, from 16 Natural Bell and 9 Rose of Dane. Now, at Queanbeyan, they're just about set for a start in the 7th. The favourite, $2.30, is Go Errol, though he has eased slightly in the market. Time now to take up the call from Tony Campbell.
Good tussle between Speed Week and Go Errol as far as the tote favourite is concerned. Now Go Errol about to move along. The line is almost set. Now the line is almost set for the 1999 Queanbeyan Leagues Club Thunderbolt. Started coming round to release the field. Now the line is set. They're set and racing in the Thunderbolt. Go Errol didn't jump all that well, and ridden hard Speed Week as the early leader, followed by Space Prince on the inside. Not too far away was Power Factor, followed further back Remember Joan. Federal Agent on the outside. Now Go Errol back second last, and last of all was Sengegi Beach. There's a fair turn of speed on as they race down the back under a good rain. The leader was Speed Week, about a length and a half in front of Space Prince. A break of about 2, then Power Factor. Further back behind those, Remember Joan on the inside of Federal Agent, and back towards the tail of the field, Go Errol racing on the outside of Sengegi Beach as they lead the back and race up the side inside the 600, and Speed Week is doing it very, very nicely. Kicked away about 2 in front of Space Prince. Running on was Federal Agent. Power Factor down towards the inside. Well back was Go Errol on the turn. Remember Jones on the inside, and Sengegi Beach last of all around the home turn in the Thunderbolt, and Speed Week raced away at the top of the straight. The rider's gone for the whip, followed by Space Prince. Down the outside, Go Errol's coming with a run now, and then Federal Agent inside the 200. He's got to go for Speed Week on the outside. Coming quickly now was Go Errol, and Federal Agent between those. It's Federal Agent hitting the lead near the line. Go Errol on the outside is diving. They hit the line. Sengegi Beach flew, but Federal Agent too good. Federal Agent has beaten Sengegi Beach. Third, Go Errol, followed then by Speed Week. The next one across the line was Space Prince, followed by Remember Joan, and the last one to pull up was Power Factor.
6 Federal Agent, $6.40 and $3.70. Sengegi Beach, $2.90. Go Errol, no third dividend. Time now to have a look at the market for this Coolmore Vanity at Flemington. The favourite, Rose of War, at $2.50, $9.70 Lady Elsie, and a couple of others in the market there. Natural Bell at $5.40. The field's set. Here's Greg.
They're set.
Stalls are back and they're off and running now. And they've come away in a pretty good line too. One of the first out, Northern Song, came out running, led in the early point, although Follow Gold's going to make it work up on the inside. And Lady Elsie showing speed is starting to drive, and so is Natural Bell. Terrific charge for the front. Natural Bell just got its head in front now from Northern Song. Follow Gold, Lady Elsie, they went hard early. 2 further back, Wichita fifth, a length and a half further back, Hosiery. Rose of War, Wonder Mad Dam, and further back in the race, Danelaw. Then came My Jasper, 1.5 Aphrodite. Second to last in the race, Visual Displays, and last of all is Rose of Dane. 8.50 out, Natural Bell, nearly a length in front of Northern Song. Follow Gold is third, further back than Lady Elsie. Tracking wide is Wichita, a length further back, Mad Dam on the outside of Rose of War. Getting a nice run into the race, the favourite at the moment. Further back, Hosiery. Then Danelaw from Aphrodite, well back, My Jasper. To the outside, Rose of Dane, and last of all, turning Visual Displays. Into the straight, Northern Song got up to Natural Bell, 400 to go. They've had hard runs on the speed, though. They're 2 in front of Wichita. Rose of War out in the middle, further back back than Lady Elsie, and Follow Gold, followed by Aphrodite. Rose of War is after these leaders now, and she closes rapidly. Rose of War gets up to Lady Elsie and Northern Song, then Follow Gold running out of room the fence from Aphrodite out late. Rose of War has moved up to Lady Elsie, Northern Song fighting back. Rose of War the outside, Northern Song and Lady Elsie. It's Rose of War heads up and down with Northern Song. Not much in this. Rose of War and Northern Song. I think they've just beaten Lady Elsie the middle. Heads up and down for the first placing there. Behind those Danelar. Then came Follow Gold, Aphrodite out wide. Then My Jasper, a gap in the race further back. Visual Displays. Hosiery followed by Rose of Dane, Natural Bell, Wichita and Mad Dam near the tail. Photo.
2 Rose of War, 220, 125 Northern Song, 1870, 460. 6 Lady Elsie, 310.
Close go there. 2 Rose of War has got it. In fact, at 250 and 130 over 5. Northern Song, 450. And 6 Lady Elsie, 250. Officially 2 and a photo, close for that minor end of the prize, with the Daily Double Melbourne on the combination of 13 and 2 to pay $9.60. Queanbeyan.
Dividends race 7 at Queanbeyan, one of the feature races, the Thunderbolt. A sensational win, a new record here, 6-4-1. 6th the winner, Federal Agent, trained at the track here by Jules Dismay. Adrian Lade, 640 for the win, 370 for the place. Second number 4, St Gigi Beach, coming from the tail of the field. Scott Seamer second, $2.90. And 1 Go Errol third, Mark de Montfort, no dividend. 640, 370 for the winner, number 6 Federal Agent. $2.90 for 4, no dividend for 1. Quinella, $22 even, $22 even. The exacta, $68.30, $68.30. Now the trifecta, $157.70, $157.70. The 7 and 6 extra double, $105.20, $105.20. Now the margins, a half length by a neck. Now the time for the race, very fast, 108.37. Now that has broken the race record previously held by Rebel Rock. The previous record was 108.48, and that time 108.37, a new record. Now the sectional time, the last 600, 35.37, 35.37. I'll send Wade down the line following the running of the Thunderbolt.
Thanks, Tony. At Flemington, 2 Rose of War, 220, 120. 5 Northern Song, 460. 6 Lady Elsie at $3.10. Quinella, 19.20. Exact at $28.20, and the trifecta Melbourne, 205.40. 205.40. Margins to come. Time is 1:22.9. 1:22.
That should be good enough to win the Wagga Pacers Cup, but as we know, anything can happen. The last race, the favourite broke gear early and virtually took no part, Nippon 2, so punters reeling a little there. We'll be hoping for better luck with Slyby. Just about set for a start now in the Wagga Pacers Cup. Embrace Who on the front row. Chatter, the winner of the Temora Cup last Saturday night, just getting a little side on. As we welcome in our listeners through 2KY, Chatter on the inside just squaring up. Slyby very short, $1.70. Now they're lining better. Back markers are getting themselves organised. Slyby with I'm a Strong One, 20 metres. A home straight start and 3 circuits of the track. The starters on his stand. Finnemore's Wagga Wagga Pacers Cup for $19.99. They stand well. Chatter the inside. He hits the lever. They're racing in the Finnemore's Wagga Wagga Pacers Cup. Slyby looked to go away like a bomb from the 20-metre handicap. Was already past 4 of them. Down near the inside, Embrace Who is the quickest out. Give Me Heaps galloped off the front line. Embrace Who for David Jack began brilliantly and goes to the lead on the first turn from What a Whiz. Bow Street was away well and is up to third for Sib Dillon when they'd settled down. Already the favourite Slyby has passed more than half of the field and is going to settle down in 4th place for Gator Pulicino. They were being followed then by Scampy Marabou as they head down the back, and then Kayima Kid, who was away fairly enough. Further back in the races, Chatter. It was being followed by Admiral Corralta, who's settling down well back, third last. Second last, I'm a Strong One. And Give Me Heaps, who made a mistake at the starters last of all. On the top circle in the Wagga Pacers Cup, sponsored by Finnemore's, and carting them along in front was Embrace Who. Embrace Who, the leader for David Jack. Bow Street for Sib Dillon is moving up on the outside, and Gator Pulicino Pullicino. She would be laughing after a lap. The favourite from 20 is running 1-1 on the outside, Sly By. Over on the inside is What a Whiz as they come down and get 2 to travel. They were being followed by Scampy Maravu and then Kayima Kid on its own. On the inside, Jimmy Brown is going through with Admiral Caralta, and further back in the race then Chatter being followed by I'm a Strong One, and Give Me Heaps is back near the tail of the field. They're in the back straight, a lap and 3/4 out in the Pacers Cup, and it's David Jack from Albury leading the way with the Judy O'Neill trained Embrace Who by a metre. Bow Street for Sib Dillon is grafting, and Gator's off now. She wants more pace on the favourite, Sly By, and she allowed the favourite to whoosh around 3 deep. She has to put the quilt to it to try and go forward, and shown the whip. Sly By draws clear, is going to try and lead them for the last 1200, probably will. Sly By at the 1200 metre mark in the Pacers Cup, led up to Embrace Who. Third, Bow Street, followed on the inside by What a Whiz, and then Admiral Caralta making its way through the field. Out 3 wide, Scampy Maravu. They were being followed by Chatter, Kayima Kid as they get the bell. Well back, I'm a Strong One's done nothing in the run yet. He's back second last, and back with him Give Me Heaps. Bella's tolling across the course in the Pacers Cup. Sly By the leader. Out 3 wide, going up Scampy Maravu. Bow Street the middle. Embrace Who on the leader's back with a smother home. They were followed then by Admiral Caralta. Well back in the race on the inside, What a Whiz from Chatter, Kayima Kid. Give Me Heaps is last, and second last is I'm a Strong One. In the back straight in the Pacers Cup, Gator Pullicino with the favourite on top, Sly By. Admiral Caralta hooked out 3 and 4 deep by Jimmy Brown to go after it. Embrace Who was trying hard, and they're being followed further back in the run by Bow Street and Scampy Maravu. I'm a Strong One's not in, it'll run last, and well back, or second last, well back in the field also is What a Whiz on the turn. Sly By well clear. Embrace Who is trying hard, and the others are a mile back, followed by Admiral Caralta, but it's all Sly By. She hasn't let it go, she won't have to, and Sly By turned for home well clear. Embrace Who is trying hard, so is Admiral Caralta, but they chase in vain. It's going to be Sly By and Gator Pullicino for Jason Tyack, and Sly By. Sly By won the Pacers Cup easily. Second, Embrace Who. Third, Admiral Caralta. At long and
8, 2 and 10. The Hot Pot landing the 7th at Wagga, the feature race of the day. Now they're just about set at Flemington. The new favourite is number 5, Simply...
And Rapid Action on the inside, bounced away quickly. Alpha Warrior just easing behind. Showing speed as Magic Pursuer, and from the outside, Simply Success. Just off the speed when they settle down now, Rapid Response from Typhoon. Further back in the race then when they settled down came Princely Image. Caught out a little wide around Ingrain from Salinan. Last of all, Supreme Yossel. Simply Success has gone around the outside and took up the running here for Oliver by 2. Rapid Action second, and neck the outside. Moving forward now as Magic Pursuer. It's running third, a length and a half further back. Then came Rapid Response on the outside of Alpha Warrior, the rail. Typhoon is out 3 deep, a half further back. Princely Image, one then to Ingrain. Then Salinan, last of all, Supreme Yossel. At the 1,000-metre mark, and it's Simply Success over a length and a half in front from Magic Pursuer. A length further back, Rapid Action on the inside of Rapid Response. Then Typhoon running 5th, but out 3 deep.
Moving up Queanbeyan.
The race then, Princely Image, Alpha Warrior back on the inside, about 7th or 8th, about 2 lengths to Ingrain. Then Salinan, Supreme Yossel, last of all. Simply Success, a half length in front of Magic Pursuer. Rapid Response has gone up 3 deep. They got off the fence a little, and Rapid Action got up on the inside. Then further back in the race came Typhoon. Back to the inside, Alpha Warrior trying to get a run when they turn for home. And then Princely Image coming around the bend at about the 550-metre mark. Simply Success got away again, 2.5 in front now from Magic Pursuer and Rapid Action. Then came Typhoon, Alpha Warrior, fair way back on the fence, not doing enough at the moment. Then Rapid Response, and further back Supreme Yossel. 300 metres to go. Oliver is staring 4 winners for the day in the face, and he's gone 5 in front of the 200-metre mark on Simply Success. Magic Pursuer second. Then further back on the inside came Alpha Warrior, but this is going to canter home all the way. Simply Success, 4 for D. Oliver. Simply Success eased up, wins 3 lengths. Alpha Warrior made good ground second. Third home in the race, the outside Magic Pursuer. They got away from Typhoon, further back Salinan, Supreme Yossel, Princely Image, well back, Rapid Action, Rapid Response, and Ingrain is last of all.
One out for the running of the Queanbeyan Cup. 5 Simply Success, 450, 197. Alpha Warrior, 170. 9 Magic Pursuer, 290.
5 Simply Success, 410, 160. 7 Alpha Warrior, 190. 9 Magic Pursuer, 350. Wagga Cup.
70, and for the place, 110. 2 Embrace Who, 590. And 10 Admiral Caralta, 210. Quinella, 27.50. Exacta, $29.10. trifecta 185.40. 185.40 was the trifecta. It was 8 metres by 3.5, 3:13.6 the gross time. The mile rate to come, we also stand by for the all clear. There it is now. It's
One down in Monterey, the favourite for the Queanbeyan Cup, showing 4:30, 190 ahead of the second pick 12, which is McJoey, $5.50 and $2 even. 4 Bombardment, $6.60, $2.50, and 6 Grey Bell, $7.10 and $2.50. Following this race, we go to the Sunshine Coast for race number 7, and their number 1, River Reach, $7.60, $2.60 and Late Mail. 2 Bay Wooler, 20 and 4. 3 Roman News, 21 and 7. 4 Prince Nathan, 6 2.60. 5 Blazing Tarn, 14 and 6. 6 Larkham Lad favourite, $2.40 $1. 7 My Swagman, 16.570. 8 Springtide, 14 and 5. 9 Walters are 22.660. 10 Way Out, 12.330. 11 Commentator, 27 and 7. 6 a special, 8-1 selection. 7 Sunshine Coast, second leg of the double, 4.50. 8 took the first leg of the double with 100.
Got Bombardment in this time. Yeah, it looks as though Bombardment has gone up, rider about to remount. And they're boxed and ready under starters' orders for the 1999 Star City Queanbeyan Cup over 2,000 metres. Now they're all in, starter coming around to release the field. The big one of the day. Very open race. Down in Monterey favourite. Starter goes up. They're set. They face up well. They're racing in the Star City Queanbeyan Cup, and getting out very well was Down in Monterey. Leads when they race inside the 200 metres from Kalahari Sands. Going up was Stylish Conquest, so too is Rosebank. Not too far away, Gallic Storm out very wide. Triple Crown is going up, and also up on the outside there we had Bombardment, followed further back to Inuit. McJoey getting back to centre field. Further back behind those, Grey Bell. Farzak about 4th last. Then Let Me Pass second last, and Kane Solo on the inside. As they swing out of the straight and go up the side, they've got about 1,400 to go, and the leader was Rosebank, drawing clear in second place, Stylish Conquest, followed then by Down in Monterey on the inside of Gallic Storm. Now going up 3 wide, gaining ground was Inuit, followed by Bombardment. The grey on the inside, Kalahari Sands on its outside, Triple Crown. Then He's a Good Bloke. Down on the inside was Kane Solo, followed by McJoey. Well back in the field as they swing down the back was Grey Bell, followed by Farzak. And Let Me Pass is last on the inside. In the back stretch as they race down, they've got about 1,100 metres to go, and it's Rosebank on the inside, just the leader. About a long neck over Inuit running second, followed by Down in Monterey with a good run. Stylish Conquest is 4th on the outside, back behind those in the field. Gaining ground, going up 3 wide, Bombardment, followed then by Gallic Storm. Kalahari Sands on the inside, caught wide was Triple Crown running on, and further back behind those in the field. Down on the inside was Kane Solo, further back behind those He's a Good Bloke as they race down the back of the track now, and further back behind those was Grey Bell, and down on the inside was Let Me Pass, and Farzak as well back as they leave the back and race up the side. They're bunching up now where the leader was Rosebank. Down on the inside, running on fairly well on the outside. Bombardment's coming with a run. Off the track was Triple Crown, followed by Down in Monterey with nowhere to go on the inside, and further back behind those Stylish Conquest, and going wide was He's a Good Bloke, and the widest runner was McJoey. In the straight with about 300 to go, Bombardment put the head in front of Rosebank. Stylish Conquest is running on. Down in Monterey has still got nowhere to go, and on the outside here's McJoey coming with a big run. It's McJoey racing up with Bombardment. It's McJoey, Bombardment kicking back. McJoey on the outside, they hit the line, or maybe Bombardment, a half head over McJoey. Kane Solo flew in behind those. Down in Monterey, no luck. Then Stylish Conquest, Kalahari Sands, Rosebank, Let Me Pass, followed by Farzak, He's a Good Bloke. Well back, Gallic Storm, followed by Triple Crown, Grey Bell, and Inuit was back at the tail of the field. My big finish here.
Off the Sunshine Coast, Sydney Protest uphill.
Tater about 4th, followed by River Reach, and then came Bay Walla, Prince Nathan.
Till for the 8th. We'll check in with the officials at Queanbeyan on the Queanbeyan Cup, the feature race of the day there. Taken out by Bombardment, who has been in terrific form of late. 5.30 and 2.20. McJoey 1.90. Kane Solo $6. The Quinella $17, and the Trifecta $1,012. Checking Rose Hill for you again. The rider of number 5, Shane Treweek. Spicept is $17 Dakota, So Turbulent 11, 16's Romany Gypsy, Japami 12 and Alizari $24. A big crowd converging around the stands there to witness the running of the last race there today. Little Errol's at $9.50, it's in the hunt. Love Apple 14 and Stylish Prince $57. We're a minute